have been obsessed with using technology to make my day more efficient. So today I'm going to go over my exact tech stack throughout my day so you can see the different systems and technologies that I use to be as productive as possible with my time. Alright, so the first thing I do to start my day is actually done the night prior, and in all honesty it's done a week prior, and that is plan out my day. I use Notion calendar to use the time blocking method to block out exactly what I'm doing for exactly what hour I want to do it. Now I'm gonna be completely honest, this, when I initially tried it, did not work for me. I definitely spread myself way too thin when I initially did this, and that resulted in me burning out within maybe the first 5 days of doing it, and I stopped completely. And I thought, this is never gonna work for me, I'm a to-do list girl. But in all actuality, I just wasn't giving myself enough breaks, and that's the honest truth. When you see my calendar up here, you'll see there's blocks in my time when I have absolutely nothing planned, and that is my me time. That's when I can go for a walk. That's when I can scroll through social media and just enjoy my life as a young person without having to stress about doing schoolwork, going to my job, making sure I'm my code is going right. Like that is essentially that is my time for me to really just relax as a person, and that is really integral for each and every one of us to have some time to rest and come back to like our normalness and get out of the systems of life, you know what I'm saying? But overall, planning has made me realize I've given myself, in some instances, way too much time to do nothing, and in some instances I've given myself not enough time to do others. So because of that, by blocking out your day with time, you're able to be more productive with your time and kind of realize, okay, well, I can give myself a break here, but I can't give myself 5 hours here to scroll on TikTok after work. Did that make sense? Notion's worked really well with me, and then even when it comes to sharing it with my families, it goes flawlessly with Google Calendar. They honestly go hand in hand. They honestly are pretty much the same thing. I just use Notion because I am loyal to their business after using their platform to study for different materials and things of that sort when it comes to organizing my life. But when it comes to organizing my time, Notion Calendar, Google Calendar, my friend uses like Evergreen, I believe it's what it's called. These are all great applications that I highly recommend you use in your life. And that's why technically it's not the first thing I do in my day, but it's the first thing I'm going to say because it's honestly the most important thing that you can implement in your life to immediately for you to see progress. So yes to time blocking, no to overdoing yourself with your time. Make sure you find the balance, because when you do, you will be unstoppable. Ooh, people are not driving good today. Goodness. Ooh. Right now I'm driving to a little coffee shop so I can do my weekly scheduling, and then so I can also run over my finances really quickly, make sure that I'm doing everything properly with that. But as I drive, I want to be completely honest with some of my subscribers and followers, a part of this community, on where I've been for the past few months, because in all honesty, I haven't been posting. And that's just simply because I burned myself out. I got a little too overzealous. I was posting multiple times a week, decently long form content, and that burnt me out over in the early part of this year, which resulted in me not posting at all, and then getting random anxiety over people judging me for my content. And that's when it really hit me, I shouldn't feel judgment for other people and what they think in my life. I know what I know, and that's okay. The hate online that I was getting when I was posting the shorts on the YouTube shorts was also kind of weighing down on me a little bit. But then again, I realized it does not matter. I'm posting to the people that like to see my content, and for those of you that are here, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below what you like to see, what more information I can bring to your life. As a student, as a aspiring software engineer, product manager, something in the tech industry altogether, what are some tips and tricks that I can bring to you that I already know about, that's gotten me internships, and essentially, and I'm always here for advice that you have. I truly want to create a community of other driven individuals in the tech industry that are interested in joining the tech industry. So if you have any tips, tricks, or if you have any questions at all, please feel free to share them in the comments below. I love talking to you guys. Alright, this is my first time ever recording in public, so excuse any extra noises. But essentially I kind of want to go over my next like tip or tech item in my tech stack, which is obviously Notion by itself. I use it to stay on top of my schoolwork. I use it to organize my personal life, my investment portfolio, my content creation. I use it to honestly organize everything. Like, I know I referenced Notion Calendar earlier, but Notion by itself has really helped me get on top and stay on top of my different areas that I want to succeed in. And it's honestly helped me stay on track with a lot of different habits that I've wanted to implement into my own life. Notion is an extremely customizable and personalizable platform that you can use to essentially make your life more efficient in so many more ways than one. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it for any and everybody because it truly helps me stay on top of all my different tasks. Alright, so the next thing that I have is a good pair of quality headphones. I personally use the Sony XM5s and I love them. They make my life so easy. They're so lightweight, and I'm able to lock in and do whatever I need to do and just be productive even if I am in a busy space. Some of my go-to study spots are in public places, so sometimes you really can't anticipate what's going to happen, especially if it's in the public eye. So getting a good pair of headphones, getting a good pair of earbuds, those are some things that'll really help you lock in. I believe I actually did a video talking about some of the best technology that you can use to kind of be a bit more productive, and I'll link that up around here so you can check that out once this one's done. But I highly, highly, highly recommend getting a good pair of headphones and earbuds, because that's really what's going to help set you apart from the rest when it comes to your different study habits, and when you're trying to code, when you're trying to just apply for a job. Alright, that was honestly super productive. I'm sorry I didn't get more footage while in the coffee shop. I kind of get a little self-conscious filming in public still. But ultimately I was able to organize my week coming up. I was able to look over my financial plan, make sure that I didn't go over budget for any of my separate goals. I was able to make sure that I was on top of all my schoolwork, and I was also able to kind of line up the different coding lessons that I want to do for the new languages that I want to learn, so which is C++. So ultimately everything is looking really great. I'm back home now. I'm gonna make myself a little matcha because they didn't sell any at the coffee shop. They are all out of matcha. So I'm gonna make myself a little matcha, and then we'll go into some more different things that I use in my day-to-day life. Alright, I just made it back home from the coffee shop with my matcha, and before I got home I had to go to Books A Million because I absolutely love peeking my head in there and seeing the different options they have. And I actually picked up this book, The Diary of a CEO. I believe this is also a podcast, so I'm definitely gonna check it out. I really, really, really want to get back into my habit of daily reading, because it really did help educate myself and grow my knowledge. And I think really what you feed your mind matters. I watch a lot of TikTok. I'm on social media a lot. I admit it. And reading books kind of helps ground me and bring me back to reality. It helps me, honestly, it motivates me to achieve these great things, because ultimately, like, I just feel like if they can do it, why can't I? You know what I'm saying? The last book that I read was I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, and that book was a phenomenal read. I highly, highly, highly recommend it to any and everybody, especially if you're trying to get your financial journey straight, if you're trying to come back, or if you're trying to dig yourself out of thousands of dollars of debt. It's a phenomenal read, and Ramit Sethi is probably one of the smartest people, most knowledgeable people I've ever got content from. I still watch his YouTube videos, I listen to his podcasts, because he genuinely is so knowledgeable on this topic of finance, personal finance. So I highly recommend him and his content. And I'm really excited to read this. I always want to commit when I do my reading. I commit just to a chapter a day, or if the chapters are super long, just a couple, 15, 20 pages a day. And I think that's honestly, it's doable for me. If you can only do 10 pages a day, do 10 pages a day, but you need to have some form of content that you are taking in that will help motivate you and push you to be a greater version of yourself. If you have any other book recommendations, books that you really love that really stuck with you, drop them in the comments, because if there's one thing about me is that I really want to make this YouTube channel a community for all of us that want to grow and improve ourselves. Whether you're in the tech industry or not, just drop some of your favorite books in, tell us about it, and then let's create some conversations in the comment sections, really, because I think that's what's really going to help tie us together, bring us together, and grow our knowledge together as a community. You know what I mean? Drop your favorite book below. Now, getting back into the main content of the video, the next item in my tech stack that I have is more for people in the tech industry, and that's GitHub. This is honestly a huge iceberg of information and knowledge. I use GitHub to honestly teach myself different coding languages, help me learn about different projects. I help join communities of like-minded driven individuals. Honestly, when you're on GitHub, it's a great way to help you stay consistent when it comes to coding different projects, but it's also a great way to help you get in contact with people that are more knowledgeable than you and that know more than you, especially in this really competitive field. You need as much help as you can get, and GitHub is a great resource for learning new content and also just sharing your knowledge with the world as well when it comes to contributing to open source projects. It's really cool. All right, now I'm gonna spend the next 30 minutes to an hour doing a quick little coding sesh. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna head to the gym, get a quick workout in, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. All right, so I just finished my little coding session, and right now I'm currently using a platform called Scrimba to touch up on some of my different coding languages like C++, and just so I can be a better overall programmer and be more prepared to join the career field. If you are new to coding, I highly recommend checking out this video where I talk a lot about different free platforms out there. I didn't know about Scrimba at the time. I highly recommend you check that one out as well. I am currently using their pro membership right now, and I really love it. There's an amazing Discord community behind it that helps you with any problems that you really have. But really be sure to check out my video where I talk about some other free platforms like Free Code Camp, the Odin Project, and many more. All right, but now I'm about to go grab a quick snack, and before I do that though, I will talk to you about the next tech item that I have that makes me more productive. And this one, it ties more into my health side of my productivity, because if I am not 100% healthy, or if I'm not feeling my best with my body, I don't really feel like doing anything. So one thing that I really do, and another like set of goals that I have, is my health goals. So what I do is I like to track my calories, I like to track my nutrients, my macros. So I use an app called Macros, and it is phenomenal. It's a great way for you to kind of stay on top of what you're eating, how many calories you're getting in with it. But it not only is just calories, numbers, but it breaks it down to carbs, fats, proteins, and it can help you kind of more analyze your day and what you're eating and what you're bringing in, because if you are eating in excess of any of those three groups, it really can make you more sluggish, make you more tired, and ultimately just shift your entire mentality for the day. And that's just because you're not eating properly. It also helps remind me to drink my water, which, as you can see here, I do have water and I'm drinking that constantly. So I highly recommend getting some form of nutritional tracking application, or even if you're doing it on paper, that really can help you in your health journey. Because even if you're not necessarily a software engineer, or even if you're not a student, being healthy is something we all need to strive for. So that's what I do. And again, I have another video where I talk about how you can use technology to improve your health. I would recommend checking that out. I'll link it, I believe it's up here, but I'll link it up for you to kind of check out. But yeah, I definitely highly recommend checking it out. I'm about to get a snack, and then I'm gonna head to the gym, and then once I'm done there, I'll kind of give you some more tech stack items. All right, so I just got back from the gym, an extremely productive workout, I would say. Leg day, my favorite day of all, and then I had an amazing Stairmaster session. So I would say it was pretty productive. I would say I definitely did what I needed to do when I was there. And I tracked all my workouts with my Apple Watch. It's technically another thing in my tech setup so I can be more productive. This again ties back into my health thing that I was talking about earlier with the Macros app. I absolutely love my Apple Watch. It helps me track my steps, my fitness, and then I charge it in the afternoon, so then it can track my sleep, and it helps me ultimately just improve in so many more ways than one. I'm considering getting like an Oura Ring or a Whoop watch to track my fitness. If you have ever used one of those two fitness trackers, please tell me how you like it, or if you don't like it at all, if I should save my money, because honestly I'm really interested about tracking my health, tracking my sleep, tracking my fitness. in the most accurate way possible. And right now Apple Watch has just kind of been there in front of me. Garmin is also really good, but also I'm not a runner. I don't plan to run that much, so Garmin is kind of out of the picture for me. But you know, for traditional workouts at a gym, you know, just tell me what you think works best, and I'll take any piece of advice you have for me. I appreciate anything that you have to share in our community that we're growing together. All right, but it is indeed getting a bit late, so I'm gonna wrap up this video and tell y'all my final piece of technology that I use, and that is my light switch. And not necessarily like the one for the big light, but it's instead an automatic timer that goes off every night and comes on every morning. So all of my fairy lights and all of my ambient lighting turns on and off at a certain time. This is because studies show that sleeping in pitch blackness is so much better for you. It helps with insomnia, it helps with your sleep patterns, your circadian rhythms, all of it. So because of that, I have all of my lights turned off by 10 p.m. and turned back on around 5:45ish because I am an early bird. That's kind of when I like to start waking up. So that's what I do. Like I said earlier, I do charge my phone across the room, so it's like there's no notifications or anything like that distracting me. My first thing I like to do when I start my day is start my day with the word. So that's just me personally. When it comes to wrapping up my day all together, making sure I'm sleeping in a dark, cold environment, it just helps me with my health journey and helps me be more productive in my day, because if I'm not feeling the best, I'm not going to do the best. So I need to make sure I'm feeling 100, or at least feeling in my top performance ability, so that I can perform at my top ability. Does that make sense? And since you stayed to the very end, I am going to just shoot off a couple of other things that I do in my day-to-day life that I kind of didn't cover in this video. I mean, I did say I went over my financial tracker, but I didn't explain it at all. I use my financial tracker through Excel, and that's kind of how I track my credit card spendings. That's how I track my investments. That's how I track my debit card spendings. Essentially, every money that comes in and out of my accounts is ran through my spreadsheet on Google Sheets or Excel. If you would like a template, please let me know. I'm interested in making one, giving them out. You know, it's just kind of up in the air. I don't really know if anybody wants it. Another thing that I use my day-to-day that I don't really talk about is ChatGPT. I know people are really iffy about AI, especially because I'm a student and I don't plagiarize with it, but I instead use it to just see the different ways for me to improve. I have a personal brand with my little brother. I am always looking at ways to improve my day-to-day life. I'm always looking for consolidation of information that I can find. So the use of AI has been absolutely amazing when it comes to essentially bringing a lot of information together for me to kind of take in, for my various interests, whether it's music, whether it's nutrition, sleep, health, all of it. I love using AI throughout my day to just kind of help me get knowledge at a quick pace. So that's something that, you know, everybody kind of knows about it already, but I really want to explain how I use it, so then you can kind of, you know, take tips. But yeah, that's kind of my day in the life, and that's also kind of the different tech tools that I use to help me be more productive in my day. I appreciate you coming along with me and kind of seeing how I run my day-to-day life. And please be sure to like and subscribe down below and join our community. Share one of the different things that you've learned in this video, or share something that works for you that I may not have said. I'm always down to learn. I love learning. I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for coming. If you are an old subscriber that stuck through with me to this point, thank you so much for sticking along. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you for watching.